How are we doing today?
So good.
Class? Good, I'm glad to hear that. I'm Mr. Diaz, or Jacob. Please call me Jacob, actually. Do not call me Mr. Diaz. We're going to be singing Wondrous Love by Alice Parker and Robert Shaw. Before we do that, though, we're going to warm up a bit. Just a few tunes to warm up a little bit. Can we sing?
No.
In general, can we sing?
No.
Let's do.
No.
Ready, two, ready, go. Yeah, think one shape. Am I in the frame? Think one shape, one shape of your mouth. If you need to wrap your lips a little bit, not so much to make an embouchure, as Aaron would say, but keep your fingers right here. Let's try that. Let's try. And ready, go. Here. I'm here. Great, that's awesome. I love that sound. Let's try the piece. So this piece is in C Dorian. Does anyone know what a Dorian is?
That thing.
Any idea? That is close. Yeah.
It's a mode.
A mode.
A church mode.
It is a church mode. Can anyone elaborate on that? You want to try to elaborate on that?
So it's like starts on Ray of the.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain that, but yeah.
I call it Ray minor sometimes because it makes sense to me. You know, if you think of it in solfege, if we were to go way back in the day to the olden days when everyone thought tritones were satanic, then you have, if you start in C major, this is Ionian, right? This scale. Ionian, right? You go to Ray, the next note up, you start on Ray, you do the entire scale. That is D Dorian, or Ray minor, I call it. Then you go up, Phrygian, of course. And then my favorite, Lydian. Anyway, the point is, there's 7 of them. There's 3 more after that. We can get to that another time. It doesn't matter. This song is in Dorian, meaning we're in Ray minor, meaning that we're going to sing it with the keys and your syllables, but we're going to sing it. It's going to sound different. Does that make sense to everyone? I'll elaborate a little more as we go. But does anyone know what key we're in? If you read the keys signature.
We're in B flat.
Yes, thank you, Aaron. You know how we find that? Easy way to find that is if you have 2 flats. I don't know, Mark.
Yeah.
If you have 2 flats, like this, what is it, B flat first? I'm a junior in college and I don't even know that. Go back 1 flat, and that is the key you're in, right?
Yeah.
We're in B flat major.
That's right.
Or if you were in that, go back 1 flat, we're in E flat major. Does that make sense to everyone?
Yes, sir.
I can elaborate more later if I need to, but it's just a little trick we can use. It's a different one for sharps that we'll get to another day. Anyway, moving on. We're going to sing this piece with B flat major solfege. It's going to sound different though. Does that make sense to everyone?
Yeah.
Kind of? Cool. So if we're in B flat major, what is F? What is the first note? What's solfege? Yeah. So it's sol. Can we sing up to that? Can we sing?
Sol.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol. Ready, go.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol.
Now sing Re.
Re.
Yeah. We're in C Dorian, meaning that's our tonic, but not really. You know.
What's a tone?
Tonic is the root of the chord, or the I guess
Will you explain that?
the bass note of the key you're in. That's a topic for another discussion. or another day we'll get there. Anyway, start on so, full so. So. Let's try it. It's also in 2/2, meaning it's gonna the half note gets the beat, which I can explain more later if I need to, but this is the half note. Ga, ga, ga. And your subject is this, quarter note. Ga, 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 ga. Make sense? Make sense?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Ga, ga.
So it's gonna go so, fa, and on. Ready? Let's go. Ready? Go.
So, fa, la, do, re, do, la, so, so, fa, la, re, la, mi, re, do, la, so.
Soprano altos, go. How do we feel now?
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
sounds good to me. Can we do it again? Make it a little more interesting this time? Have a little more fun with it? Yeah? Can we try that? We're gonna pick up the tempo a little bit as well. Here you go. And 1.
So, fa, la, do, re, do, la, so, fa, la, do, fa, mi, re, do, la, so,
2, and great. That sounds really good. The solfege is weird because it's not a mode we normally sing in. We're not going do re mi fa sol la ti do. We're singing like re's and fa's and la's up to a so for some reason, then down to a mi. What's up with that? So I get it. It's strange. Let's try it on text. Can we try that from the beginning? Cool. Ready? 1.
What wondrous love is this?
Can we sing that one again? And when you sing what, if you could put something like this or one of these babies right here, just something to sing like for the first few notes. You sort of sing, what wondrous love is, and then release your hands with that same idea of space and a relaxed jaw in mind. Let's try it. And 1.
What wondrous love
Make a line.
is this, oh my soul, oh my soul. What wondrous love is this, oh my soul. What wondrous love is this, to bear the dreadful curse for my soul.
Excellent basses.
For my soul. And for my soul.
Great. So this last measure of that first section, is there anything interesting between the parts that you notice?
I hold a note for a long time.
Yes, true. I'm talking about measure 19. That should be more clear. Measure 19. Is there anything interesting about that measure
We
as
have,
far as part relations go?
we have more lines.
No. Correct.
The
Yeah.
bass is
Yeah.
singing higher than the treble.
Exactly. That's what I'm looking for. We call that voice crossing. Can everyone say voice crossing for me?
Voice crossing.
crossing.
Pretty self-explanatory. It's when a lower voice typically sings a note higher than the higher voice above. Does that make sense? Voice crossing. Interesting. Very interesting. Anyway, moving forward, we're going to go to measure 61. Okay? And since we are low on tenor basses today, I'm gonna have Aaron, will you sing the tenor part, please?
I can.
Cool. So, you're gonna recognize the melody. It's just gonna sound a little different as far as between the soprano, alto, and the tenor part goes. Right? Let's try it. Aaron starts on beat 1. You guys come in on beat 2. Got it? Let's try it. Let's do on text since we know the melody pretty well. Okay? Ready? And.
Onward from death I'm free, I'll sing on, I'll sing on. And when from death I'm free, I'll sing
And off. Interesting, right? What do we think about the sound that it makes? What do we think about, can you give me some words to describe it? Some texture words or some feeling words to describe the sound you just heard? Crunchy? Yeah? Yeah? Maybe hollow? Maybe like, yeah, they weave in. What was that?
Like singing.
Yeah, sailing, weaving, crunchy, I think hollow or like, but also not hollow at the same time, you know? And I think it's more largely due to like the fact that we're either moving in like fourths or fifths or in seconds, which is a whole other thing that we'll get to. But that's why it sounds weird. Something else interesting about this part, if you guys notice, right off the bat we can see it. If you go to PPAT measure 61, what is interesting about the soprano line and the tenor part? Like, I guess the soprano alto line and the tenor part in terms of relation to each other. And there's multiple answers, but I'm looking for one. What do we think?
They do the thing, but the tenors do the thing slower.
Very good, Trinity. Figuring out that?
Yeah, the tenors are twice as slow.
Exactly. And if you go to the next page, this makes me so excited. I love this stuff. Measure 72. What's going on there with the basses? Anyone know?
The basses are singing even slower.
Exactly. Isn't that crazy? We have a word for that in the music world. Any guesses? Any guesses?
Slow.
Yeah. Okay. So, good idea. But the thing about that is, we'll come back to that, actually. Trinity, yeah.
Augmentation.
Augmentation is the word. And you know what the opposite of that is?
Not augmentation.
Diminution.
Yeah, that's what it is. And you know, those words have two meanings in the music world. It's like you have an augmented chord or a diminished chord. But also you can augment or diminish a passage to make it longer or shorter. We would say longer and shorter because slower would imply to your singers to slow down or to sing heavier, you know? So it's better to say longer or shorter, or that's why we have these words, augmentation, diminution, so you don't say slower. When it's not really slower, it's just the length is different, you know, generally. Anyway, does that make sense? Augmentation? Did we say augmentation? Can we say augmentation, please?
Augmentation.
Thank you. Great. Okay. Don't tell me you didn't learn anything in this class. Let's do 61 again. Let's make it a little more musical, make it a little more fun. Okay? I don't know what that means exactly, but if you watch me, I can use some ideas, but also use your musician's brain to find something in this piece that you like. 61. Here we go. On text. Also, there's accents. Read those accents, please. Here we go. Ready? Go.
So when from
Great.
death I'm free, I'll sing on.
Yeah, from the top.
I'll sing on. And when from death I sing and joyful I'll sing
What do we think? Pretty cool, right?
The altos are lost.
Yeah, we'll come back to that. I realized after I'd done that we didn't cover that part. But anyway, that's it. Thank you guys, appreciate it.